Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be going over a few tips for the process of applying to a federal service academy. Now this video is going to mirror a couple of the previous ones again in the same manner in that it is not an extensive list of things you need to do, nor is it an extensive list of tips, but it is a general guide and some good things to keep in mind, especially since these things you don't think about until they come upon you too late. So hopefully this will get you thinking about it, and then there'll be some good resources down in the description below. So first of all, look for answers on your own and then ask questions. You can go to each Service Academy website to find loads of information. Even Wikipedia can have some good information that's not put out by the individual academies. The Air Force Academy has a video you can watch or rent called A Year Inside the Blue, and that goes over the first year of a cadet at the Air Force Academy, and then talking to different people and the representatives from the academies can also help you. So don't go and ask everybody for questions when they're just a Google search away or on a piece of paper you've been given. 2. Practice the CFA as a total event. So this is one of the things I didn't think of until it came close to the date, is you look at the candidate fitness assessments, requirements, the mile run, the push-ups, the sit-ups, and just looking at the numbers, they might not be too bad. They may be, I'm not you, but what you need to be mindful of is you're doing all of the events together. You're doing the mile run at the end of all of the push-ups and sit-ups and shuttle run that you just did. So even if you could say run a 6-minute mile just on an average day, you're going to be much slower after you do all the other events. And that's actually how it was set up, so that it would be more challenging than if you did each event separately. And they know that when they look at your scores, but when you're practicing, make sure you practice all of the events together and then look at your scores so you're not deceiving yourself. 3, if you're applying to multiple academies, figure out how you're going to work the nomination process. There are different people and sources for nominations, and again, you can look up that on your own. But what you need to know is sometimes it's difficult to get a single nomination. And if you're applying to multiple academies, then you'll need multiple nominations. So maybe you're going to try to get one nomination to, say, West Point from your senator, maybe one to the Naval Academy from the other senator, maybe for the vice president you're trying to get one to the Air Force Academy, and then for the different sources you're also more likely and less likely to get some. You're most likely to get your congressman's nomination, since they have the fewest number of people applying each year, and you're the least likely to get the vice president's, so on and so forth. So you need to keep that in mind when you're applying as well. 4th, stay on top of all tasks. This isn't a specific tip, but it is something to keep in mind. There are a lot of different things to balance, especially if applying to multiple academies and civilian colleges and your nominations. So keep a list of deadlines and make sure you're not falling behind on everything. And then finally, put in maximum effort and accept the result. If you don't put in maximum effort, you're going to be disappointed with yourself. And if you do put in maximum effort, you can accept the result, whatever it is, knowing you did your best. There's no saying why anyone ever does or does not make it into college, and that goes for the service academies or not. Sometimes they're looking for specific people from specific places, people with specific nominations. So just because you didn't get in, that doesn't mean you're better or worse than anyone else who did or didn't make it in. It's really an individual basis, and you just have to accept what life puts your way. So in short, those are the different tips I have. Again, there's resources below to the forums individual academy websites, etc. So make sure you look at those and leave any questions that are specific you have down below.